Hi, I'm Coach Jill with Copilot. In today's video, follow along with me for a gentle bedtime stretch that will leave you feeling relaxed before you go to bed. In this flow, all you'll need is a mat. Everything is going to be done from the ground, so you don't need to worry about standing or working on anything too advanced. It's super gentle and easy to do from home. All right, let's get started. So you're going to join me in a kneeling position in the back of your mat. We're gonna start by just centering ourselves with a few deep breaths. So hands can be in your lap, on your knees, wherever you feel comfortable. And go ahead and close your eyes. We're gonna start with a big deep breath in through your nose. Hold at the top for 3. And exhale out through your nose. Inhale. Hold at the top. And exhale. Go for a couple more breaths on your own. Really focus on relaxing your shoulders. Think about letting everything kind of wash away from your body, from the day. Really getting into a mindset of relaxation, letting all your stresses melt away and out of your body. Let's take one more deep breath together. Inhale when you're ready. Hold at the top and slow exhale. All right, you can open your eyes. We're gonna take it into a child's pose. So we're gonna crawl into a tabletop position. Toes are together, knees just outside of the hips. And when you're ready, sink back into your hips. Glutes are on your heels. And just walk those hands forward, gently melting down into the floor underneath of you. Forehead resting on the ground. And take some deep breaths here. Again, this should be completely relaxing. Focusing on just letting your muscles relax. Lose tension in your shoulders, in your low back, in your hips. Take one more deep breath here, in through your nose, and exhale. When you're ready, we're gonna take it back up into that tabletop position. We're gonna go into a thread the needle. So knees are underneath of your hips and shoulders are right over top of your hands. We're gonna take our outside hand. Let's start with the left. We're gonna open it up for a twist to the left. And then bring it underneath of your hand. You're gonna bend your elbow as you gently lay your shoulder onto the floor and gently rest your head onto the ground by your hand. Feel free to get deeper into the stretch by looking further past your shoulder, but really focusing on just kind of melting into this twist. Take some deep breaths. If you want a deeper stretch, you can rest that hand out in front of you and let your body weight pull yourself down. Let gravity pull you down. And let's switch it to the other side. Press that hand back under the shoulder. Bring yourself back up into that tabletop position. We're gonna do that on the other side. So let's open up the right hand, reaching up. Bring that right hand underneath. Gently lay yourself down onto the floor. Cheek is resting by your hand, and if you want to go into that deeper stretch, bring that hand out in front of you. Focus on some deep breaths here, relaxing into the twist. Feeling this stretch in your shoulder, in your midline. Let's take one more deep breath. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. All right, we're gonna bring it back to that tabletop position. We're gonna sit back onto our heels. We're gonna go into a baby camel pose. So legs are gonna stay on the ground. Knees are out in front of your hips. Placing your hands just behind your feet. And we're going to open up our chest. No need to lift your hips up unless you want a deeper stretch. But staying right here is totally fine if that feels good for you. Let your neck drop back, really opening up your chest here and your shoulders And just take some big, deep breaths. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, lift those hips up, feeling a deep stretch in your shoulders, in your chest. And then when you're ready, bring it back to center. We are going to flip around, bringing your knees out in front of you, feet together, and let your legs and knees drop out to the side. We're gonna go into a folded butterfly. So feet are together. I like to grab my ankles here or your feet, or if that's too much, you can grab your shins. And gently lead with your heart as you lean forward, pressing down on your knees with your elbows gently. Once you can't hinge any further or lean forward more with your heart, from here, tuck the chin, let your head relax down. Should feel this all the way in your back, in your hips, and releasing tension in your shoulders and upper body. Feel free to gently pull yourself forward a little bit more to get a deeper stretch. Let's spend some time here. It is totally okay to kind of wiggle it out, feel it out. Everybody's body is different, so it's really important to listen to kind of what you're feeling, lean into what your body needs today. Let's take another big deep breath in. Exhale, pull a little bit more, relax the head. And when you're ready, bring it back. All right, we're gonna bring it all the way onto our back here. So scooch forward so that you're not coming off of your mat. We're lying all the way back, and we're gonna go into a supine twist. So from here, we're going to stack the knees right over top of your hips, and let's drop our knees to the right. Arms are out by the side. And we're going to look to the left. So make sure that your knees and your hips are stacked, and then your feet are right underneath, are right in line with your knees as well. Shoulder blades should stay on the floor. If you want a deeper stretch, or if your knees aren't reaching the floor here, you can place a hand gently on top of your knee to add some pressure. Really focusing on relaxing your body here, relaxing your muscles. A lot of tension can build up during the day, so this is a really good time to let it all go and just be in the moment. Let's take one more deep breath in and exhale. We're gonna bring it back to center. You can use that outside hand to help guide your knees back to that center position, and we're gonna do that on the other side. So arms are out, dropping your knees to the left, we're looking to the right. Shoulder blades stay on the ground. And again, if you want to add a little bit of resistance and tension here, you can place that hand on your knee and just melt into this pose, feeling everything relax into the floor underneath of you. This should feel very centered, feeling yourself against the ground, feeling your muscles relax and melt as you take some deep breaths. Let's take one more big deep breath in and exhale. Again, you can use your hand to help bring your knees back to center. We're gonna place our heels on the ground, and our knees and feet should be hip width apart. We're gonna go into a bridge pose here. Hands are on the floor. We're going to press those hips upward. This is gonna fire up our posterior chain, our glutes and our hamstrings and our low back. If you have a sedentary job and you find yourself sitting at your desk all day, this is really gonna help wake up your glutes a little bit before relaxing tonight. Making sure that our rib cage is pointed down, our hips are facing us, not straight up. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, relax. All right, we're gonna hug our knees into our chest, wrapping our hands around both of our knees. Take a big deep breath, inhale, hug yourself into a tiny ball, give yourself a big hug. Thank your body for all that it does every day, and be proud that you gave yourself a little bit of extra love tonight to stretch it out and relax. And when you're ready, relax into Shavasana, letting your body completely melt into the floor underneath of you, hands out to the side. You can let your feet come out to the side. Take some deep breaths. You can stay here for as long as you like, or if you're ready for bed, you can come on out of that pose. Okay. Thank you for following along with me. I hope you enjoyed this flow and you're feeling relaxed.